Right, so it was about 2 months ago, and I believe it was a Tuesday evening around 6:30 p.m. And you know, that's usually when my weekly crippling sense of loneliness kicks in. So I'd obviously just re-downloaded Bumble for the third time that week. Now, I was looking for someone who had their own place so I could spend weekends with them, and also lived in London so that I could get out the house and do some sightseeing whilst I was at it. Because unless you're one of the people that just decide to fuck off to Dubai, aka all big time influencers, then travelling was off the cards. Wait, what was I talking about again? Oh yeah, finding an apartment with girl. Finding a girl with an apartment. Now there were a few candidates, but I saw this one Asian chick, shock, Foster likes Asians, who had this indie vibe, which, you know, isn't usually my type, but I was feeling adventurous. Oh yeah, she also had her own apartment with a balcony in Canary Wharf, and if you don't know, it's a very nice part of London where a lot of successful people work, so yeah, now you know. So she's balling out of control, unlike my broke ass, who consistently can't afford the froyo at Nando's. And we know how I feel about a balcony. Ah, will you get to the date already? Yes, sir. So we agreed to meet in Canary Wharf the next day. Next day arrives, and I'm paying for my train ticket to get to London, when the train lady tells me it's a 3-hour bus replacement service today. Fucking inconvenient. Okay, I guess I'm driving then. Anyway, as I leave the train station customer service booth, these two 16-year-old skinhead gypsies laugh at me and comment on my misfortune. So anyways, after I fucked them up and threw their bikes on the tracks, I went about my way home to get my car. Lol, I lied, they were about 12 and I only threw one of their bikes on the tracks because I knew they needed to get home back to the campsite to ride their ponies. Oh, and as I'm walking home, what happens? Oh yeah, it starts monsooning with rain. I think it was Gandhi who said, "Fuck my life." To be honest, this was probably a sign that I should just bail on this girl and call it a quits, right? But no, I thought I'm not going to be one of those pathetic humans who ghost last minute. Jess, you hurt me. I thought we had a connection. So I arrive at hers fuming, hangry, and not gonna lie, a little horny, after maybe 2.5 hours drive, one which should have only taken 45 minutes, but London's traffic is a bitch. Now, one of the reasons that I was attracted to her was that she took a while to reply and acted almost uninterested at times. But when we went for a coffee, I quickly realised that she was just a tad narcissistic, and by tad I mean huge, who wouldn't listen to anything I had to say and kept going on about all the drama of her former housemates. Oh my god, my housemates were the worst. They were like literally really bitchy and just horrible. I'm so not like that. I would literally never bitch about anyone. Oh, by the way, did I tell you about the time when my gay housemate tried to convince me he had slept with a guy I was seeing one night? Lol, sorry, what? What an attention-seeking whore. But yeah, bitching just isn't in my DNA. I'm like so serial. Now at first I was thinking like, oh, okay, this story's gonna be hella interesting. Well no, it was not. After an hour with every housemate's backstory and resulting viewpoint elaborately uncovered and discussed, this story was just as tediously deep and confusing as Tenet. Yo, I want my money back for that film. It was too much. But to be fair, John, if you're listening to this, your bike will be on the local train tracks. You prick. Fuck yeah, this channel does shoutouts now. Now, the next part, I'm not entirely proud of. She wanted to go out for dinner, but, you know, I convinced her to eat a Waitrose pizza, at her place instead. No, I know, guys. I know. A Waitrose pizza. It's too much to spend. But guys, I was broke because I couldn't work due to my shoulder, and I was upset that I had driven all this way and she knew I had a long drive. I paid for coffee and, you know, she owed me money for being her therapist for an hour. And so yeah, now that I think about it, it was totally acceptable behaviour. Right, so anyway, she burnt her pizza so badly it changed colour as quickly as Michael Jackson did. Therefore meaning we had to share my pizza. Oh yeah, and the dessert she chose, she didn't offer me any of it. Is there anything more infuriating than when someone keeps telling you how good it tastes but won't share it? Anyway, we're halfway through a Netflix rom-com when she looks at her phone. She sprints off to the bathroom, slams the door, and from what I can hear, she's on the phone back to her parents in China. Okay, I'll leave her to it. 5 minutes pass. 10 minutes pass, still on the phone upset. 11 minutes pass. Okay, fuck it, I'm finishing the film. Oh, and this film was great, by the way. An hour passes, and then she comes out looking just sad. She explains to me how she was considering returning to China anyway because she had lost her job due to COVID and is feeling really lonely. And I felt for her. For real, I had the same exact experience in Australia. So I knew where she was coming from. Like, I could help her in this moment. So quite a bit of time passes and I go, so yeah, it's pretty late. I should get home, right? She completely ignores me and then goes, when I was on my phone to my parents, they didn't even wish me happy birthday. Burst into tears. It's your birthday? In less than an hour, yeah. As she starts cuddling me whilst weeping. Now, bearing in mind I was only looking for casual, I was well within my right to get up and leave. Like, I didn't know this girl. But the remaining fibre of empathy within me said, no, Jamie, you can't just leave this girl like this, in this condition, alone tonight. Just do the right thing. So I stayed. I cuddled her, I chatted to her, and made her laugh. And hopefully I made her feel a little bit better. She would drop in and out the room every 15 minutes to chat to her parents whilst I was finishing the film. And as the film was coming to the final 10 minutes, the crescendo if you will, I thought, okay mate, so we won't be getting some tonight, but you did the right thing. I'm proud of you. I took a deep breath as I sat back to relax to enjoy the final part of a pretty great film. Probably the best thing that had happened that day. Wow, that was so boring. Let's watch Gossip Girl instead. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, what is wrong with you? God, oh my god, you're such a selfish bitch. I slept with her that night and then left in the morning while she was asleep. I got home and the first thing I did was block her. Do not fuck with my film.